everybody. I hope y'all are doing well. I wanted to get on here and talk about Module B or Module Buzz Lightyear, which is now open for you on Blackboard. So we are finished with Module A. Just make sure I don't think the quiz has been submitted yet. So if you have not submitted the quiz is what I meant to say. For Module Ariel, don't forget to do that. Remember, it covers chapters 1 through 4 and the National Mathematics Advisory Panel's final report. Okay. So now let's talk about Module B. So this covers chapters 5 through 10 in your textbook. So and a good number of chapters, right? So chapter 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, just like Module Ariel, there'll be the PowerPoint and then the chapters with sound, with my recording. So you can choose which one. If you want to just look at the PowerPoint, that's fine. If you want to look at the PowerPoints, the PowerPoints with sound, then just click here and here. Okay, so just like in Module Ariel, again, chapters 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think all of them have here's the PowerPoint, here's the ones with sound, because I know there's one in Module Ariel that does not have didn't have something, but chapters 5 through 10, I think, there's PowerPoint. This one's only one sound. I try to tell y'all if it's one sound, one sound. If it's just one part, so you're not looking for the second part. So chapter 5, for example, with sound is one part only. There is no part 2. Okay, so those are open for you. And then as we scroll down, remember the must do assignment is just your quiz. And really I could get rid of this folder, but I just have it here. So you will click there for your quiz. Okay, chapters 5 through 10. That is there for you. Remember, the quiz is due after the assignment. All right, so let's talk about this assignment or these assignment options. They're a little clunky, for lack of a better word, but so here are your would you rather assignment options for Module Buzz Lightyear. Okay, so the first one, this is just the description from the syllabus. Okay, so universal design for learning in math or high leverage practices presentation. So either of these, and I think I talk about them a little more in the syllabus. Actually, I copied them. They will end up on the discussion board, either universal design for learning or high leverage practices. But where it says post, you can use that to mean what you want. Okay, so I had someone, I think it was last spring, ask me if instead of kind of typing out the post, if they could do like a PowerPoint presentation or a Prezi or something like that. So I said, sure, absolutely. I'm all about choices, right? So if that's going to help you learn the content better, by all means, create more of a mini presentation. You can, so it's open-ended-ish as to how you tackle one of these tasks. Okay, I know some people really like the choices, some people really don't like the choices. So if you don't want a choice, just straight up post, right? Go into the discussion board, type your answer. Okay, some people don't like that, so I'm just trying to accommodate everybody, but that not everyone's always happy, but I try. So the first option is universal design for learning in math. Okay, there is a little PowerPoint right here. There's no recording with it. It's just a PowerPoint about universal design for learning. So if you're not familiar with universal design for learning, let me see if I can open it. Things always kind of get hidden in my screen over here. So again, remember, anytime you see this protective view, you might have to click enable editing to make sure that you can see the PowerPoint. But again, it's just a couple different slides. I don't know why it's way down there. That's kind of funny. There are some links. So if you really are not familiar with universal design for learning, go into I have to think about it. Go into PowerPoint view, right? Not in the slideshow. If you watch this as a slideshow, you can't go to the links, but if you go into PowerPoint view, you can. Okay, so if you're confused, just go check out some of these links. There's some really good ones, and that was just some examples and some intervention strategies. Okay, so that's your first. If you choose the Universal Design for Learning post presentation, whatever you want to call it, and you're not familiar with Universal Design for Learning, click on that. And then what you will do, and again, you can work for either choice. You can work individually. You could work, oh, I have to sneeze. Okay, sorry, whew, you can work individually, you can work with a partner, you can work with a small group. I would say up to about 3, maybe 4 people if you want to work with a small group. And if, I know a lot of you have been together for a number of classes, but you can all always start a thread on the discussion board as well. Don't start a thread if you want to work with somebody. Don't post in either, don't post here or here, but you can create a new thread, okay? Just so we're not confused. All right, so I know I'm kind of all over the place. I don't mean to be. So here is your directions for the universal design for learning in math. Again, I called it a presentation, post, kind of whatever, PowerPoint, post to the discussion board, Prezi, whatever you want to do, right? Well, however you want to do it. If you end up doing a presentation, PowerPoint or something like that with your voice, you might need to end up posting it as a YouTube link, okay? Which is totally fine. You can just save it as a YouTube link and just post it to the discussion board. That's totally fine. So you will choose one category from numbers 1 to 3, either number 1 or number 2 or number 3, okay? So you will think about adaptations to the traditional textbook and lecture format for material presentation, if you choose number 1, or if you choose number 2, adaptations to the traditional worksheet and written exercise format for skill practice, or if you choose number 3, adaptations to the traditional multiple choice and essay format for testing skill mastery. Okay, so you're going to choose either 1, 2, or 3. And then, all right, so make your choice, 1, 2, or 3. And then you will list and describe 5 adaptations for students with learning disabilities in math. 5 universal design for learning adaptations, I should say. So thinking about here, okay, what could you do other than the traditional textbook and lecture? What are some ways that you could present the material? And I want some description, right? Don't just list them and say, oh, I could this, done, here you go. No, it's worth 20 points, I think this post is. So put some thought into it, put some detail into it. Again, which is why I say it might be fairly lengthy. So again, if you don't want to sit there and type, go ahead and create some sort of recording. You can use Screencast-O-Matic, you can have a PowerPoint, voice over PowerPoint, whatever you kind of choose. All right, so that's the first one. The next one is high leverage practices, which will also be a discussion board, post, presentation. Hopefully you have seen the high leverage practices before, right? They're very important in special ed. So I know that some classes, repeat the HLPs. That's okay. So you're going to click here. Here's the directions again from the syllabus, and then I'll get back to it. Here is the document that goes along with this and this. Okay, here's the document. So let me just show you that. You've probably seen it at least 27,000 times. That's okay. Here's your high leverage practices in special ed. Okay, there are 22 high leverage practices in different areas, right? In collaboration, assessment, social, emotional, behavioral practices, and hold please, instruction. Okay, instruction is obviously the one, or it makes sense, right, that it has the most HLPs under instruction. Okay, so there are 22 of them. So what you will need to do, let me go back to, okay, so what you will need to do, you will choose 5 of these high leverage practices, 5 from, so this document, and I'll get back to this one in just a second. So there's this document. There's also this site. I'm assuming you've probably seen this site as well. This site is fabulous. It's put out by CEC, right? Council for Exceptional Children. And it is called High Leverage Practices for Students with Disabilities. Okay, it looks like this. So there are, if you go here, videos. So the videos go along with the HLPs that are in that document that I just showed you. Okay, so here are some videos. There are also some unedited clips. Okay, so there are a whole bunch of unedited clips. You will, wait, hold on, that might be a lie. Yeah, go ahead and, find some of the ones that say math. Hold on, I gotta pause for 1 second. Okay, sorry, I outsmarted myself for a minute, once again, as per normal. But there are a whole bunch of unedited clips, right? Look at all the ones that have math, calendar, math. So what I would recommend is that math, if you choose math. explicit strategy. So if you choose math, if you I'm just going to say that. If you choose this assignment, I would recommend choosing some of the clips. Oh my gracious, day in the morning, y'all. It is I would recommend choosing some of the HLPs from the document that have videos to go along with them, right? Oh, I just totally just pointed at the screen, but y'all just couldn't see that because I'm not on video. I cracked myself up. But you know, choosing the HLPs that have videos with them, right? So example 7, 8, 22, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 is going to give you a more clear picture of how those practices could be used out in the classroom, okay? So what I would recommend is, I gotta go back to, okay. So what I would recommend is, you know, kind of use this document as a guide, but then go here and find some videos that go along with the document, right? So maybe you want to look at high leverage practice number 7. Oh, let's see if there's a video that goes with it, right? Just to give you some more ideas about how these high leverage practices can really be used in special ed classrooms, kind of in the real world. So you need to do 5 total practices. One of the ones that you need to do, one of the videos that you must watch if you choose the high leverage practices option must be this one right here, where you clarifying the relationship between HLPs and evidence-based practices. Again, you may have seen it before. That's okay. So you're going to click right there. For some reason, this one says it's an external, blah, blah, blah. Takes you right to it, right? So here is one, I already gave you one of your videos. You're going to watch this and tell us in your presentation the relationship between the high leverage practices and the evidence-based practices. And why do you, as future special education teachers, why do you need to know A, about HLPs, B, about EBPs, and C, about the relationship? Why is this important? All right, so that will be one of your videos. Oh, hold on, let me get back, hold please. Okay, so that will be one of your videos, right? If you choose this option, here's one of your videos or one of your practices, and then your other 4 will come from here. Okay, so again, it can end up being a presentation, it can end up being a type post, whatever you kind of want. It can be screencast-o-matic, whatever works for you, okay? So those are your options. All right, so again, here, just from the syllabus, here's the Universal Design for Learning. PowerPoint, here's your HLPs, excuse me, what you need for the high leverage practice. This is right here is just, again, the description from the syllabus. Okay, here's the document and the videos that go along with the document. Again, remember, here's one video, right? One video, one practice that you must talk about. And then the other ones you can choose. And again, think about how you would implement the high leverage practices in a mathematics / special ed classroom. Okay, so kind of thinking about special ed and math combined, even though you might not end up in that situation, but really think about the combination of the two. And again, it might end up being, it says you will submit your presentation as a YouTube link. It may, right? If you end up choosing the presentation option as opposed to the type into the discussion board, it may be so large that you might have to upload it as a YouTube link, okay? So again, whatever works for you. And here's where you will click right here to get to your options. Remember, choose just one. So you'll click here. If you click here, it'll take you right to this discussion board, Universal Design for Learning and Mathematics. And here's the description again. And I have the description also once you click on the discussion board. And then if you click here, it'll take you right to the high leverage practices discussion board, okay? So remember, when you go on there, let's say I'm going to click here, and then you will want to create a thread, okay? So you will want to create a thread. You make sure you create a thread for your post, okay? Don't just post onto somebody else's, because then I won't see yours. You don't have to respond to anybody or anything, so you will need to create a thread for your response, whether you choose the Universal Design for Learning or whether you choose the high leverage practices, okay? So I know this one's a little whoop whoop, but it'll be okay. So again, description, high leverage practices folder, and then your assignment choices. Again, you will click either here or you will click here. And what you post to the discussion board will depend on your if you want to post, type, a lengthy post, type, or if you want to do some kind of a presentation. Okay, totally up to you. We have plenty of time before this is due, but I just wanted to get it posted for y'all so you can start thinking about it. All right, that's it. Don't forget about the quiz for Module Aerial if you haven't already submitted it, and I'll be back later.